podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LNP Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights and the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LNP Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered?
A pleasant good evening from the Republic of Sierra Leone, and welcome to this special edition of the Police Dialogue, a public service program produced by the Liberia National Police. Today we are discussing the future of law enforcement in Liberia, and I'm honored to have as my special studio guest the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, Honorable Gregory O W Coleman. So you are welcome to the program.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you ever so much. I'm honored to be here, and congratulations on your production. I haven't had the time for us to sit and speak since the Press and Public Affairs Department has started to roll out this, but I think it's an excellent initiative, and I wholeheartedly welcome it. Thank you.
Hope you have prepared your comments, and to those viewing us across the world, please share the show, send for your comments. The Inspector General is here to interact with you. When we come back, we'll go right into the show.
How the Liberia National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights and the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions.
Back to this all important public information program being carried out on the Liberia National Police Facebook page. And like I said, I have in my company the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police. You are in Sierra Leone, sir. What is the mission of being here?
Well, Sam, and so are you.
Yes, I do.
Well, no man is an island, and in these fast-changing times, especially with modernization, technology, and the changing security landscape, it's impossible for a nation to stand on its own and believe that it can keep itself safe. The need for future cooperation, strengthened cooperation with our neighbors, is now. And I believe that the engagement first within the Mana River Union, and by extension ECOWAS and the rest of the world, is quite necessary for fostering a safer Liberia. Our mission here in Sierra Leone today is to first and foremost honor the request of the Sierra Leonean government through the Inspector General of Police for a bilateral engagement that should have been between the governments of Guinea, Gambia, and Liberia. Unfortunately, the both IGPs could not be here at this point in time, but tomorrow the session will continue with Liberia and Sierra Leone. Some of what we're going to be discussing is the transnational crime network operating, affecting our both nations. How can we cooperate further beyond just information sharing, but by mutual operational activities and enhanced cooperation to be able to pick up some of these criminals and ultimately destroy their networks. How can we learn from each other? We went through the security sector reform with the help of the world, and we've learned some good lessons. We've had some successes. They're going through a reform from force to service as well. So what are those things that we could share? What are things that we could pick up from here as well? So basically, those are going to be some of the continuous discussion and ongoing operational activities that we're going to be dealing with narcotic issues at the center point of our transnational crime network at this moment.
Thank you, Honorable IGI. Today you met with the Vice President of Sierra Leone. You also held discussion with the Attorney General. What were some of the things discussed in the meeting?
Well, the Vice President and the Attorney General did acknowledge the strong relationship between the both countries and their leaders, and thought that this particular engagement was even more strategic because we're moving from just the national leadership level to institutional cooperation and collaboration, which they both believe is quite significant. It helps in reducing some of the bureaucracy of some MLA issues, and also fostering immediate responses to situations that we encounter on both sides of the border. They've encouraged us to connect all of our counterparts at different levels of security, because if the strength remains at the top of the pyramid and not at the base, the structure is threatened.
Certainly.
So now that we have a strengthened leadership coordination at the top, how can we now move it down towards the bottom of the pyramid, where the director of international relations can pick up the phone and call straight to the director of international relations in Liberia and have some mutual understanding and support without going through all of the normal bureaucracy. How can we have joint training operations, and how can we support each other? So those are some of the things that the meeting centered around, which will be the focus tomorrow as we continue with the Minister of Interior.
Yes, certainly, Honorable Inspector General. Looking at the horrors of traveling by road, and you and your team came into Sierra Leone using the road. Well, you did not fly into Sierra Leone.
Well, flying into Sierra Leone, I mean, it won't make sense as for what we're trying to achieve.
Were you cutting down costs?
Well, it's not just about cutting down costs. It's about satisfying the mission's purpose.
Okay.
We're looking at strengthening relationship on both sides of the border. We're looking at assessing what people go through moving from Freetown to Monrovia. So it's not just about getting to Freetown. It's about doing a detailed assessment as to all of the challenges security-wise that people face, and how can we address some of these issues. So coming by road was a great opportunity. We were able to meet at different levels from the different regions, and also understand the challenges along the road, from engineering to security and other issues of concern that can be addressed by both governments.
Your administration is trying its best, from what we read from the social media, for what we hear people say in the community, to bring about change, to transform the Liberia National Police. But you have a very serious challenge when it comes to mob justice in Liberia.
Okay.
How is the administration trying to tackle that?
So when it comes to mob justice, we're taking a three-track approach, and that is prevention, rapid response, and subsequent prosecution. On prevention, we've instructed all the regional and depot commanders to conduct regular town hall engagements with, meet with churches, youth leaders, have different engagement, put structures in place to explain the law on mob violence and the consequences. On the rapid response end, we are improving our patrol team, our deployment. We're looking at the stats and making smart deployment based on where crimes are occurring, where we have more issue of mob violence. How do we strengthen the coordination with community watch groups and potential to look up for potential mob incidents and report them early, so that there can be immediate response. Finally, we're working closely with the Ministry of Justice, the Prosecutor's Office, as we investigate these issues, to be able to by identifying those who are involved. It is our hope that, we will be able to ensure swift prosecution for those actors, so that it can deter other could-be participants of such.
Yeah, but for the other 25 years, our civil crisis has ended, and during that time, or during the period of the 25 years, there have been a lot of education on mob violence.
Yeah.
But yet it still persists. What is the administration doing to invest into educating the public about the danger of mob violence?
Sam, the mob violence has a lot to do way beyond just the police. It's frustration with delays in the formal justice system, mistrust of institutions. Sometimes people see mob action as instant justice. Public education alone cannot fix this situation. The police response to communities has to be swift. They have to be more effective. They have to be more engaging. They have to do everything they can to build trust and legitimacy, linking our community police structure to local prosecutors and magistrates, that people will see cases moving through the system. We also are starting a mob justice crime campaign program, where we're going to be using jingles, we're going to be using real cases and setting examples, so that we can reach a vast majority of people. But beyond these actions that we're taking, there has to be a build-up of trust within the justice and rule of law sector. It's not just the police. Sometimes, people just feel that once the police come and they see that person in the street, the next day it's police who has released them. But we have to continue to educate. We have to continue to ensure that there's transparency, there's accountability, and there's belief in the justice sector, so that people can now believe that if you hold this man, turn him over to the police, you will receive justice. But I think it has to do a lot of frustration. And it's not just a police thing, it's a whole of government, especially the rule of law sector engagement, to be able to overcome that and put the public back on track. But one thing, I will use this means to warn people to desist from it. As much as you may be frustrated and believe that's the way, the law does not support it. So whenever you're caught, you will be prosecuted and given the full weight of the law. We're not going to sit by and allow a sympathy to support your actions. I don't care how victimized you may be, there is a course that everyone must pursue, and it's through the justice sector. Anyone caught in mob violence issue will be investigated, charged, and subsequently prosecuted.
And that is where the public concern comes from. When the perpetrators of mob violence are arrested, they are appropriately charged by the Liberia National Police, forwarded to court for prosecution. And within the court system, under our law, they have the right to bond. And temporarily they are released. And we hear nothing about it, whether that case was actually adjudicated, whether that person was the case was concluded and that person was sent to jail for a period of time.
So, even when you send people to jail, sometimes those who are even involved never follow up. They're not aware as to what happened, and when they see that person out after they've even served their sentence, they believe that this person was never taken through the criminal justice system. Sometimes it's not just about an immediate release. Sometimes it's even after the person has served the punishment as prescribed as per the law. And then the next time, they believe that they must take an action. But Sam, I want us to go beyond just these immediate occurrences. I want us to take a journey back into the history of our immediate post-conflict environment. When trust and legitimacy was at its all-time lowest, we saw how mob violence was on the increase. And over a period of time, we were able to bring that under control to a considerable extent.
Certainly.
Until it was almost a thing of the past. When systems fail,
But it started to pick up again.
when systems fail and people believe that they cannot be served justice, they always find an alternative. And this is a clear indication that over the last few years, people believe that they have not been served well and they have found a pathway. So when I talk about stopping the bleed, these are some of the challenges that we're faced with. These are the effects of bad governance over the last few years. So, I mean, in order to build trust and legitimacy, it's not something that happens overnight. It's going to take time to earn the trust of the people.
Certainly.
And that's what we're working on, and we're pushing day by day to make sure that we can get to where we should be, and that as society will respond positively, believing in the rule of law.
And finally, on this issue of mob violence, what are the dangers of mob violence, especially in a post-conflict country like ours?
Well, when you look at the occurrences of mob justice in the post-conflict era, it gives an indication that we are not moving in the direction that we should be. It gives an indication that the justice and rule of law sector has got a long way to go.
Yeah.
And that the people themselves have got a lot of work to do in terms of their healing, in terms of their adherence to the rule of law. You see how it's been challenging in enforcing laws in Liberia. People have built a culture of lawlessness where they believe that, they are not required to abide. You have someone registering a sedan as a private vehicle and using it as a commercial vehicle.
They don't only see it in the street.
But not just using it as a commercial vehicle, let's say a taxi. But he will use it as a taxi and go beyond that to take the load that is required for a pickup truck. So, I mean, it's not just one thing. It's just a complete breakdown that we will need to work exceedingly hard, educate people, strengthen the justice and rule of law sector, build trust, earn legitimacy, and get people to believe again so that we can continue to go. I think we've made some significant strides. Are we there yet? No. Can we get there? Yes, we can. But it has to be a consistent and persistent engagement, not just at the level of the police, but by all players within the justice and rule of law sector.
Thank you, Honorable Inspector General of the Liberia National Police. He is my special studio guest on this special edition of the Police Dialogue, and we're coming to you from the Republic of Sierra Leone, where the Inspector General and team arrived here late last night to attend a very important meeting that has to do with security involving the two countries. And so he's appearing here on this special edition of the Police Dialogue. We are here, and the next thing we're coming to discuss has to do with our traffic management. What is obtaining within the traffic management sector? When we come back, the RG will give an answer.
Be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LNP Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights and the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LNP Facebook page, Police Dialogue.
Welcome back to the Police Dialogue. We have the Inspector General of Police as my special studio guest on the special edition of the program, and we're streaming live from the Republic of Sierra Leone. Before we went for the break, we talked about the issue of traffic enforcement. The new management team is in town, and with the introduction of that team within the Liberian traffic sector saw some resistance. How far has the police managed to contain the resistance?
It's not just about the new management team, it's about the police taking on the responsibility of enforcing laws. One of the things that we have come to realize in our country is that the culture of impunity is the bedrock for all bad governance issues. It is the foundation upon which even the great corruption sits. So we have taken on an approach to deal with the culture of impunity. And in so doing, we have decided to use the broken window theory. We're going after the smallest issues back and forth, and we're enforcing laws as they should be. And it's become a shock to the people. Mm-hmm. So if you notice, there's a serious resistance to the enforcement of the law. Why? Because over the years, the people have become adapted to a culture of impunity where you do anything anyhow, whether it leads to death and destruction, nobody answers for it. So we have started some strict enforcement, taking the law, breaking it down, explaining it to people through different programs on radio, on social media, using our enforcement on the road as a means of educating the public, and sometimes doing it, extending mercy, and at the same time, issuing tickets where necessary for gross violation of the law. I know that people feel that we are being insensitive, notwithstanding, if they really understood the responsibility that came with driving, I think they would think differently. We have some inherent rights as human beings and as Liberians, but driving is not one of those. Driving is a privilege. Okay. Driving comes with a lot of responsibility. Mm. People have got to meet certain criteria before they can operate a motor vehicle.
Sit behind the wheel.
And there are laws that you must adhere to. Sam, you know that the stats are telling us that there's more death traffic related than there are as it relates to violent crimes.
Yeah, sure.
So we have to now start to deal with it. Our overarching objective is to protect lives and property. Where are we losing lives? We're losing lives on the road as far as public safety is concerned. So our enforcement is not just to hurt people's pocket. It's not just to collect money and increase government revenue. It's a means of preventing loss of lives on the road. And we sit and see someone who has no understanding of the vehicle and traffic law, no understanding of what the signs are, no understanding of speed limit, no respect for the safety of others, take on multiple people, put them in a vehicle, destroy their lives, has no insurance to even cater for them when they're injured, and they walk scot-free. So, I mean, as much as people will feel that we are insensitive, we are charged with the responsibility of enforcing the law, of protecting people's lives and property. What you see us do on the road, the strict enforcement mechanism that the Liberia National Police have put in place, it's all about safety. We are hoping that we can reach a point where safety becomes a culture. It becomes something that we do because it is the right thing to do, not because we're policed, not because we know that we will get a ticket, so we must keep safe. But we got to understand that when you decide to drive, you know that you're taking on the responsibility of the lives of those who get in your vehicle to convey them from point A to point B. It is our hope that we can get to a point where our people will understand that responsibility and take it seriously. Until then, we'll continue our strict enforcement. We'll issue tickets where necessary. We'll educate where necessary. We will make arrests where necessary, because one of the things that the law provides for that easily takes a driver to jail is driving without a license. We see that a lot. People jump in a motor vehicle, no driver's license, and the law is clear on it. You go to jail straight for that. So it's not being merciless. It's being public safety oriented. It's being far-sighted about these potential issues that could cause loss of life. And as a service for good, we're working on protecting lives, and we'll continue to enforce, we'll continue to ticket until people can learn to do what is right. Even when you learn it, ticketing will still be there, but I mean, I guess it will reduce, because by then we have had more people adhering to the law, and that's what we want. We don't care about the tickets. Government doesn't even count revenue from ticket, because this is something that's on the behavior of people, so there can't be any real projection based on the number of tickets issued. So we're not looking at it as a means of revenue, serious means of revenue generation.
Sure.
We're looking at it from a standpoint where we encourage people to build that culture of safety. That's what we want, building a culture of safety in Liberia.
Thank you, Honorable Inspector General. But there are people who believe that the law is good, but it was introduced without proper public awareness. And they tend to blame the police for not doing enough public awareness. And so it comes back to you. Do you agree with them?
Well, to a larger extent I do, but that's why we're rolling out sustained public safety awareness campaigns, not just a one-off announcement or stuff. It's something that we do continuously, and it includes joint messaging with all of the actors involved in the transport sector, the CSO, the policy arm, which is the ministry, looking at schools, media, institutions on the issue of speed limits, pedestrian safety, the use of helmet, the issue of drunk driving, all of these things that we've recognized as a problem. We're also looking at the responsibility of a safe driving campaign, where people will be taught not just the rule of the road, but in some cases even defensive driving. The concept of we're engaging transport unions to commit to self-regulation. Not, like I said, we don't want to keep policing people on a daily basis. We want people to be able to do it themselves, where there will be peer enforcement. the more citizens understand that traffic rules are about protecting families, the easier the cooperation becomes. So that's what we're hoping to achieve in engaging with the public.
Keep sharing the podcast. This is a special edition of the Police Dialogue, and we're coming to you from the Republic of Sierra Leone. My special studio guest is the man himself, Honorable Gregory Coleman, Inspector General of the Liberia National Police. My name is Sam Collins, and I'm the host. The program is produced by the Liberia National Police. So I want a yes or no answer from you. Do you agree with people that say that you inherited an aging police force?
But Sam, it's not about whether I agree with people that say what is it, and this is not any administration's fault. This is a fact. The numbers are saying that. The stats are clear. Most of the officers that we inherited, apart from the last two classes that were trained by the past regime, were officers who were trained from class 1 to class 43, if my memory serves me right, which I think the last class I graduated in my first term as Inspector General of Police. Over 80% of the officers are above 40 years old. Yeah. And apart from that, it has affected the ability to even enforce. It has reduced the physical capacity of the force to a larger extent. So there is a need, and beyond just the aging workforce is the fact that we are way outside of the police per person ratio. Okay, yeah. You have a Sierra Leone right here that we're visiting, a population of under 8 million. They have over 15,000 plus police officers. Yeah. You have Liberia right next to a population of about 6 million. We have just about 5,000. By right to even get to the international acceptable standards, we should be around 12,000. So I have made a representation, and it is my hope that it's approved that over the next 4 years, from now to 2029, that we will be able to train up to 4,000 additional officers. And the training will not just be, the selection of those officers will not just be by consideration of people within the police. When the time is right, we'll open it to civil service, civil society organization, intervention from the CSA, from the Policy Management Board, from other actors, human resource experts and everything, so that we can attract the right people. We're not just going to be seeking those who are just looking for a job. We're going to be considering a certain percentage, up to 30% female recruitment. We're going to be considering recruitment specifically from the counties. So as we recruit, we're going to be looking at those counties that we have the low numbers, and it will be on a percentage basis where we can recruit more officers so that they can be returned to the county. Because one of the challenges we have when recruitment is done just from Monrovia, these people live in Monrovia, and to deploy them in the county, it becomes a challenge. Now government has to look for extra funding to be able to get them back into the counties. So we're going to recruit from the counties. We're going to consider the age range. We're going to get the youngest and most qualified officers possible, and we're going to give a serious consideration to a number of female officers so that we meet the set benchmark as per the UN resolution.
Bringing in younger officers or younger Liberians to augment the strength of the Liberia National Police also point to the fact that you have to open the back door. And opening the back door means that you have to retire people who have gone over the requisite age to remain within the force. And retiring them have to do with them walking away with the benefit. Are you thinking in that direction?
Sam, life continues because people are born and people die. My concern, I mean, it's not about whether people will be retired or not, but my concern has to do with how unfair the retirement consideration has been towards police officers. Okay. And I mean, I cannot do anything. When you reach the retirement age, you will retire.
You gotta go.
But what I'm fighting for at this point in time is to make the necessary adjustments so that there can be some appreciation for the level of service and the years that people have given to the Liberia National Police. We just saw the AFL. We saw how encouraging their retirement program was and the packages that their officers received. Some of the officers who serve with Liberia National Police who have served even way longer than some of those officers, if today they reach that age, they'll be walking away with basically nothing. So we've made an appeal to the president, thanking him for such intervention with the AFL and asking that something similar is done for the police.
Yeah.
We're not asking for anything new. There's the National Security Intelligence Act of 2011, which clearly states that it states a clear pathway for our retirement process. And even though there's the NASCOP Act, but that act, the specific component with retirement was never repealed by the NASCOP Act. So we're praying that in the good wisdom of the president, that they look at it carefully and send police officers off with dignity.
Yeah.
If you look at how the number of officers that die immediately after retirement, it just tells you the level of frustration that that they endure immediately after a retirement. So we're begging, we're pleading with the government to just do what is right for us and let our people retire with dignity. Even beyond the all of the officers, even today, if for any reason here serving at the will and pleasure of the president, after all of my years of service, there is absolutely nothing that that is set by policy that I will even be retiring with as well.
Sure.
So, why it is yet day, let's work, and that's why we're working exceedingly hard, looking at what other people are going through and making the necessary adjustment and recommendations to improve that, so that when the time comes for all of us, we all cannot walk alone without anything. Mr. President, there is an honest appeal to kindly look into the police issue on retirement benefits, and it goes to the legislature as well, because you all have to approve this, and we're appealing to you. The police is for the people that you represent. It's there to provide safety and security. And the young men and women have given their lives. They've given their youthful years to serve in this country. It's only fair enough that when that time is right for retirement, that they be sent home with dignity and honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Inspector General. While it is day, let's work. Associate Inspector General Police. You have introduced a new strategy, and it has to do with moving on the campuses of the Red University, holding discussion with the leadership, and even entering into MOU. I can recall we signed an MOU with Connington University. We also followed suit with the African Methodist Episcopal University. Why are you looking in that direction?
Sam, you spoke about the aging police force. You spoke about the fact that these people will soon be retired. We have to build strong officers, build their capacity to be able to take on the helm of leadership.
Yeah, sure.
And you cannot be developing those who are going out and leaving those who are meant to take over incapacitated. So reaching out to these universities is all about capacity building. It's all about strengthening the leadership of police and strengthening the line officers as well to be able to improve the delivery of their services. What we have worked on is a carefully crafted succession plan, which is accompanied by a development plan. The succession tells you that 105 is here. 1, 2, 3, 4 officers are his possible successors. Of the 4 officers, where are they at this point in time? What capacity do we need to build to get all 4 of them to a place where if 105, 102, 101, 100 is out today, that any one of these officers can meet that position, the requirements for that position, and be able to fulfill it successfully. So we're going after that development plan and developing these officers, building their skills so that they can be able to subsequently take over when the vacancy is available. And it's not just at one level, it's from the IGP down. I have my set of successors. The DIGPs have the set of successors. So from the gaps in between there, we're just developing people so that they can be able to have the requisite skills to take on the helm of authority when the time is right.
And let me say congratulations to you because under the MOU signed with AME, 10 of our officers are currently studying for the master's and undergraduate program. That's a big step. And I spoke with the president of the university. He's very excited. And but my next question would be, what does the university benefit in return?
So in addition to what's going on at EME right now, as you may be aware, there's 40 students at Cotton Down University right now. Out of the 40, 20 of them are sworn police officers, and the rest of them are new recruits coming in. We're working with the university through the training academy to develop those officers and run a police training school through a depot that is to be built. The good thing is that the contracts have been signed, the monies have been made available. We're just waiting for transfer to the engineers' account for them to begin the project. We're going to build a training depot there to support that initiative with Cardinal, and also provide some level of security for the campus, especially for Cardinal.
Okay.
So now you have, you're going to have the police depot built with a fire station attached. You're going to have those law enforcement services available. You're going to have those same people who are in college patrolling the campus, improving security situation there. And through that, we're also strengthening the criminal justice department of the university by these different exchanges. We have trainers, we have lecturers that will be engaging with these universities as well. So I mean, there's a mutual benefit for all parties that's involved. But I want to thank the presidents of these universities. First, the Tottenham University, then Cudna, and that of AMU, who we have these MOUs signed with. I think they have been far-sighted and willing to contribute towards improving law enforcement services by willingly agreeing to support the development of our officers through educational programs. For that, we say a big thanks to them, and we can assure you all of our continued support and our continuous engagement with the universities.
We witness a lot of traffic in the headquarters of the Liberia National Police as it relates to police, the issuance of police clearances. And what is the administration doing to modernize it?
So the issue of the police clearance, it has created a huge traffic at the headquarters. You're right about that. What the immediate solutions that we're looking at, we're taking the first step. We've reorganized the clearance section to create clearer queues, to separate the different channels for whatever services that you're going for, to reduce the confusion. We're working to extend the working hours of those who are responsible for those processes. We are about setting up a new online platform that will definitely reduce the traffic, because people will now go online and run most of the process online, and the only thing they will be coming to the police station for will be to do their fingerprint and to set the interview. So it will be structured. It will be there will be reduced human interaction. There will be reduced corruption in it, because most of the people who go there encounter people who are not even part of the process that exploit them. So with that, we'll help to reduce that. We'll cut down the time for the issuance of police clearance, and people will be able to get it right on their phones. So you don't need a printed copy. You can download it from your phone, and you can also put in your information and verify it online. So it will be absolutely impossible to duplicate the police clearance, because you will have to put in details to look online to verify whether it's an authentic police clearance and see the validity of it. So if it's expired, it's going to tell you that yes, this police clearance was issued at this point in time, and it has expired. So it's going to cut down processing time. It's going to cut down the confusion of the huge traffic into the headquarters. It's going to ease the burden on those who are applying, and it's going to be more effective and reduce duplication. So those are the things that we have worked on. The system has been supported by the LRA, the legal documentations through the Ministry of Justice has been concluded. The Ministry of Justice has reviewed all of the documentation. They've sent it back for signing. And then once that is done and the procurement of the equipment, all of the computers and everything are concluded, the setup will be in place, and we hope by early January it should be up and running to see that transformation online.
Okay, we're taking a break, and when we come back, we'll be discussing the cold case unit of the Liberia National Police.
Thank you.
Working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights and the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LNP Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights and the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a...
Thank you, and we are back on the Police Dialogue. Sir, you introduced the cold case unit. What's the significance of that unit?
Well, Sam, the cold case unit is there to look at files that have been abandoned for a long time, cases that have not been concluded, to go over it. I mean, we're not trying to bring our organization to public disrepute, but we know that there can be errors sometimes in some investigations. There can be biases. There can be sometimes even illegitimate political interferences with some investigations. So the cold case unit is there to look at some of those files, especially the questionable ones that we've had a lot of controversy about, to see if there's anything that was missed, if there's anything new that we can find to bring some of those matters to close. And they've been effectively working, as you may be aware. I mean, these things they're extremely difficult, especially in our setting where there's limited resources and lack of the basic technology. But I would give it up to them. I think they've done some good work. In a week or so, there should be another update on some of the cases that they have been working on, just to let the public know where we are, and to not think that we have uprightly abandoned these issues. I think there's been 2 or 3 of the court cases that were extremely controversial over the years that has been successfully closed. One has to do with the firearm issue, the army ammunition that was arrested. The other has to do with the missing boys, out of which 2 of them are still declared missing because the law says 7 years before you can declare someone dead. And then I may not remember what was the third one, but I know there's update coming on the Bataillon SWAT case, and 1 or 2 other cases that they are working on. So hopefully next week or week after next, we'll do an update and bring the public to up to speed as to where we are with those investigations.
Thank you, sir. If you have any question for the Inspector General of Police, just place the question in the comment section and we'll read it out for you, and the Inspector General will give an answer to your question. Put your question within the comment section of this podcast. And for those who are using WhatsApp, we'll pin our WhatsApp number on the screen so that you can be able to call directly and interact with the Inspector General of Police. Since we are out of the country and we cannot use our local number, you can interact with us by way of WhatsApp. Also the bicycle unit, and then you also send people to Rwanda.
So the bicycle unit is not just a special unit called the bicycle unit.
Okay.
They're regular patrol traffic officers doing their work, doing routine patrol. It's just that the mode of transportation is a bicycle, and you're seeing them wearing the appropriate outfit for riding bikes, and that's why people are saying bicycle unit, but it's not a special unit. They're just regular enforcers. In some of the areas to get to some of these communities, you cannot easily navigate. So through this means, officers have been able to reach out because we're working towards building and forging strong relationships with the community. We're not at a point where we have proper address system where people can just say, I'm at this location, and you just show up. So these officers are charged with the responsibility of riding the beat in the neighborhood, going in between, familiarizing themselves with these areas, meeting the community members, exchanging numbers, because these are the same officers that are assigned there at night. So sometimes when a crime occurs, when these officers get in, they call the neighbors and let them know, okay, man, and say, we in your area tonight, anything happen, let our number here, call us.
Yes.
So because they've been able to ride the beat, they know exactly how to respond. And they're moving from place to place. It's not just one neighborhood. So just in case you're assigned here today, next week you're somewhere else, familiarizing yourself, meeting the community, exchanging number for immediate response. When we get these calls at night, Sam, it's extremely difficult to follow the direction, especially for people who are really, really, really under extreme emergency situations.
Yeah.
You could have an armed robber breaking your door, you're hiding, you don't even want to be heard, trying to direct. You don't have a direct address system. You're telling you, come go to the cotton tree. They caught the cotton tree yesterday. Bend left. When you go, you see the Kobo shot, 10 right. So imagine following those kind of. So when these officers are able to patrol, it helps us to improve our relationship with the community and to also cut down our response time. And it's been effective as well, even with the traffic, because some of those areas, they just stop and they start to enforce right there. The officers in Rwanda, we're extremely proud of our representation in Rwanda. I just visited them, and the feedback that I got from not just the Inspector General, but from the Commandant as well at the Academy is very, very promising. And I laughed because I gave my officers difficult times. I always make them feel that they're doing nothing.
Yeah.
I make them feel like they're the worst. I mean, but it's
Certainly.
just to motivate them and to push them to do more. And when the feedback was given to me, I was extremely proud. They receive officers from all around East Africa and other places. The feedback is that the Liberian officers have made one of the best representation at that particular academy. From the Advanced Special Forces team, their strength, their discipline, their ability and desire to learn more, and the wisdom of those at the commander's level. They're even asking us next time, send people who are at a lower level, because these guys are well experienced. But it's a good thing because they're sharing their experience. And I'm extremely proud of my officers, and that alone opens the door for us. As a matter of fact, as part of the conversation with the Inspector General and the commitment of President Kagame to impact the Liberia National Police, they have decided that we design the project in a more specific way to indicate what do we want to achieve. So now that we started with 20 advanced special forces officers, the next intake could be 50 to up to 100 officers until we can build a strong unit to even help to replace the aging emergency response unit. But within that unit, you're going to have the advanced officers for more critical intervention. So to my officers out there in Rwanda, I want to say congratulations for the excellent representation that you're making out there. The LNP is proud of you, your families are proud, and the nation itself is proud of what you're doing there. We're hoping that you will come back and be able to contribute meaningfully to the forward move of our nation. We had one unfortunate situation. One of our female officers got injured on the leg. She had to go to Kigali for surgery, but she is recovering, and within a month she will be back in a training to make sure that she completes the training and come home.
She got injured in training?
Yes, with the rest of the team.
Okay.
But it's a part of it. I mean, it's advanced special forces.
Yes, certainly.
I saw the officers coming down from the top of buildings and stuff and doing the firing. I was extremely impressed. Yeah. I'm remarkably
let me just
proud of the officers. Same way, wait, you can, wait. First, let's praise our officers, because just how I can be very hard on them,
hold on, caller,
I must almost also commend them. And before I even end this, let me say a big thank you to the National Police Training Academy, because the foundation upon which has been established that these officers are expanding has been done by our academy with extremely limited resources. It is our hope that the necessary support will be given to our academy to improve the services and to be able to develop way better officers even than what we're seeing right now. I'm proud of you, LNP officers. Keep doing what you're doing. Those who serve out there on a daily basis, even if they don't sing our good news, they don't give our praises, I'm giving it to you. You're doing an excellent job. Thank you.
Okay, keep being great. It comes from the Inspector General of Police that you are doing a wonderful team representing the LNP and representing your country. And that was the message you gave in the conference room before they departed. You can call us on 0777-894747, and so they can be able to talk to the Inspector General via WhatsApp. And you can also have your comment within the comment section so that we'll be able to read it out for you. Our production team is preparing our comment in a moment from now. We'll be going to our production team to screen the comments on the monitor so that our guests can see what the people are saying about the ongoing conversation here on the dialogue. If you want to interact with him on WhatsApp, the number 0777-894747. And Ebi Dugle, okay. Ebi, can I see a comment from here? But I've seen
a lot of people complain about the 911 system and the alternative emergency number. So I mean that's one area that we are lagging behind. But I can guarantee you that we are almost back online with it. We have experts coming from the Newark Police Department in the first week of January to conduct training for 911 operators.
Okay.
And also the 911 service center is being fully refurbished.
Yep.
All of the equipment has been shipped to Liberia. The server room is what they're working on right now to have it fitted properly, and then all of the systems will be installed. We are also concluding the MOU between the service providers and the LMP as well, so as to have the number toll free, that when people call, you don't need money on your phone to call. Hopefully by now, between now and January, that should be actively up and running. We've dedicated the responsibility to a 110. He's leading that charge and making sure all of the coordinations being done behind the scene. I think and the good part about it is that one of our own professional officers of Liberian descent, who works with the 911 dispatch in Newark, is the one being sent down by the Newark Police Department to conduct the training. Her name is Mersoni Grant, and all of the basic necessities and requirements are being coordinated to have Ms. Grant on ground within the next week or two to conduct the training for our 911 operators.
Hello?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, Henry.
Good afternoon to the Federal Police. I'm Henry G. And I'm called to commend my IG for being articulating the issue. And Chief, you said that impunity is the foundation upon which corruption sits. You are absolutely right. And so I agree with you that there must be enough community engagement so that people can know their boundaries. They know the boundary when it comes to law enforcers implementing the law. They must know their boundary. Because there will come a time that will not educate people any longer. We'll take the appropriate action that we need to protect our lives. We are also humans. Police are humans. And we need to be protected at all costs. So thank you, sir. Thank you for making the case. I admire you. Keep pushing, especially for the benefit of our retired officers. Give an example of the AFL. I mean, the retirement package is very, very encouraging. So I pray that you don't give up. Keep pushing so that we all can benefit.
Thank you, Henry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Henry.
Dry leaf is a way to the green one. So keep pushing because one will get old one day. I'll give you retirement package. Thank you very much.
Henry, I push it myself. They green leaf yourself, push it before it becomes dry leaf.
I know.
So we're all pushing for it.
Chief, can you see the last comment from the screen?
What? Thanks for the reform. Oh man, now I can't.
Thanks for the reform that you have demonstrated for the LMP. However, are there any plans for welfare of officers in terms of providing buses to take them to their various destinations and the renovation of police depots across the country? That is sent by their laptop skate.
Well, it's a 31 box, but the hand shut.
Yeah.
Look, police that a major part of the police that bluffing information management, the welfare of the officers, the morale of the officers. When they say officer present, I mean it encompasses a lot. It encompasses the fact that the officer must first and foremost meet his physiological needs. That when he gets to work, he's composed and able to give his best. But in these challenging times, the officers, I mean, they're faced with so many welfare issues that it reduces their productivity. So yes, we are making the case. Last year, we had a little bit of an increase for the officers at the lower level, and income increase for everyone across the board in police. When I say income increase, it didn't. That does not. It didn't mean that there was, additional money added to their salaries, but what was being paid for insurance was now coming back to them. So it gave them an increased income, take-home pay. But at the lower level, there was an addition for the officers at the lowest rank. It is my hope that government will continue to consider us, because like here in Sierra Leone, the officers, they have housing, they have hospital, they have other resources to support whatever salary they're paid. I mean, for us, those things are not available. And we understand, we're not asking for much. We're asking just to be compensated in line with the CSC standards as per our performance. So We're working with the CSA, we're engaging them, and we hope that what is right and what is just will be done for police officers who put their lives on the line to serve others. Like I always say, there's no greater love than for a man to lay down his life for another. And that is what we do as law enforcement officers. We lay down our lives on a daily basis, running into violence, running into situations that we have no understanding as to what we're going to meet, relying on whatever training and basic resources that's available to us. We're not asking for much. We're asking just to be compensated on the basis of what is allotted as per the Civil Service Agency. Thank you.
Your parting comment?
Well, Sam, I think I've said a lot. I want to thank the government and people of Sierra Leone for the warm welcome that has been extended to us. It is our desire that we can strengthen our relationship and be able to strengthen enforcement across the borders and be ready to actively support the fight against transnational organized crime to reduce possible spillover risk factors from both sides of the border. Once again, to my officers, I want to say thank you for all of the support. Thank you for your commitment and desire to bring service alive in the Liberia National Police. Congratulations to you all, and thank you for such excellent job that you continue to do. Thank you.
And also, thank you for taking all your busy schedule to be with us on the Police Dialogue. Your presence here has given the show a different flavor, and we hope to keep it at that level. Thanks to all those who sent for their comments and those who called us. Thanks to our production team. Next time when we speak to you, we'll be speaking to you from Morovia. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue. Join the Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LNP Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights and the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue